man, gotta love it. One does not simply drive 12 valve without burping the throttle a couple of times. Well guys, welcome back. Last week you witnessed hell week with this engine. Tired of losing. I'm gonna work on something I can win against. Something that I know that actually runs. And I have a truck that I forgot that I even bought. So I'm gonna clean up the shop. I'm gonna park it right here. So let's just go up and get that truck after I clean this up and see if we can win one of these battles. Alright, we got ourselves a mile to clean up, which consists of kind of pushing some stuff off to the side. Poor grandma's engine back in its resting spot. I'm gonna get a big garbage bag and put over the top of that. The injectors are still good and the pump is still good. Other than that, oil pan's good. The engine that's in there right now, if you guys saw the video, we checked the taps, checked the cam. You watch it like a normal, let's see here, we'll go with this one here. Or that's a bad one. See, look at this one, falls right back down. This one over here, sometimes it gets stuck, but you turn it, falls down. But we checked it, it's not bent, but that's some pretty heavy resistance right there. But I'm gonna, when I come back to this, I'm gonna put some oil down that as I start it, like when I fire it up, so it'll fire up oiled, and we'll see if that cools it down, because the cold starts are where you can really hear it. Once it oils up, can't hear it no more. Let's go ahead, we got to grab the battery, go grab the forgotten truck, forgotten 12 valve. But we got room to park it in here. It's an odd change of scenery. It's a Finnegan mobile right here. Got our Chevy. It's gonna be our Gopher. There it is, boys. The forgotten 12 valve that I bought. No, not that one. That one. I haven't done much of this truck. Let's take a look at her. 9812 banger. I rolled it forward when we were having those weird fires around here in case that building caught on fire. But nothing caught on fire. Burned the building, not the 12 valve. Let's get some inspection going here. All right. 12 valve still underneath here. It's actually, I mean, it's a little rusty, but pretty nice little setup. Pretty clean. The engine oil is good and black. Tilted forward a little bit. Could use a touch of oil. Plenty in there to get us to the shop. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy was trying to part it out. Poor thing been sitting for a long time. And all it needed was a power steering pump, reportedly. He said it drove to where he had it parked, which I don't doubt that it did. But I put a new power steering pump on it and some new lines. That was a couple $100, no big deal. Fires right up. I'm pretty sure it'll start right up right now if that battery's got enough in her. But everything still works. Might have to, you know what that is? Check this out. This damn solenoid dropped last time. Yeah, the relay, it's the second one on there too. It's got a little bit of corrosion on the terminals, I guarantee it, but it's held up now. See what I mean? Fire right up. I haven't started this thing in probably 3 months at least. But I bought this thing so we could save another one, guys. And that's what we're gonna do. I got all the parts to rebuild the front end that I bought for my green truck. Never used it because I ended up just swapping out rear ends out of a different truck. Off tires and wheels off that 98 on here. Paint job. And I think I'm gonna sell it. It's actually kind of a nice truck. It's super clean in here. Seats are mint. It's got a couple cracks in the dash for these late second gens. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Air conditioner still works. It's got 227,000 miles on it. That's slightly less than my actual 98 that I'm not going to sell. 5-speed manual, been swapped. No check engine light for that. Mine's got a check engine light because of the transmission delete. Actually, pretty nice truck. We just got to do a front end swapper on her. Horn doesn't work. Power steering though, boys. Look at that. Sucker works great. Feels like it's got a pretty fresh clutch on it. Right off the floor. We got to get this thing nursed over to the wall a little bit more in case we need to. Oh, yeah, that's got a real good clutch on it. It's right off the floor. Single disc, definitely not a dual discer. It's got an HX35 turbo on it. Oh yeah, it's actually kind of a nice truck. I've only driven it the one time, and after I did the power steering I realized the front end was pretty wore out. I get rid of these, maybe I'll get rid of these off stance wheels. I don't know. Comment below what you guys think. But I kind of bought this with the idea of stealing the engine out of it, but it's a nice truck. Why would I destroy a nice truck? Save them all. 98 12 valve. I wouldn't mind it even being an automatic. It's actually growing on me as more I look at it. You know why it's growing on me? Because it fires up, the engine oil's not milky with coolant getting in it, and it doesn't have a knock like that one did. This one costs less than that one's engine. We just got to put a front end underneath it, and I mean, if I was in high school, I wouldn't even put a paint job on this, but now I got some weird standards and I put a paint job on it. But we got a power steering leak, got to address this, get this thing jacked up. I'm going to spin the ass end around, get it closer to the wall so I can get another truck in here. And we'll get to wrenching on this thing. But just take a look at the inside. Obviously it's dirty right now, it's been sitting outside for months. Same thing here, but look at the seat. Somehow the window got left down. It does not have the forward door, but it says it's built in late 97. So if you're in California, you can get it refereed. So it's a 97, 798, so you don't have smog. But I like this truck. Honestly, I kind of wish it was an automatic. Oh, I said that. Huh, that doesn't make no sense. Use the deep socket, pops it out. It's a shame. He would have just greased all the front end on this. It would have been fine. It's got Moog stuff all over on it. So it's been replaced, just never was greased. I think the freaking ball joints are actually solid, but when I'm shaking stuff around, that might seem normal to some people, but if you don't know, that's not supposed to be like that. Technically, that's not how it came from factory, but that's an upgrade right there. Because normally if you have to change your rotors, you have to beat out your studs. So these have like an updated front end kind of thing on it. I've never done that on a 12 valve or a second gen. Let me show you what they're supposed to be. How it's supposed to be. When you change the whole thing, this will go on the other side. Your hub and everything will go in here, and you beat your studs through this into the hub assembly. Get it, Boone. So it's got different rotors on it, which is kind of cool. But I don't need to change the ball joints, so I'm just going to change tie rod ends and that up there, because they are shot and the track bar is shot. But it looks like it's got a new, I don't know. We'll just snatch that out because I got all those parts and it's not that big a deal. Come a little closer, come a little closer. Hey Siri, quiet. Oh, make her be quiet. Finding more discoveries underneath this thing. Check this out. I'll just demonstrate how loosey-goosey this front end was. I don't know how the old boy was driving it. That's got some play, but then maybe you can see that nut. Turn on flashlight. But the nut is just completely loose. It's like
How to, you know, I see the guy that I bought this from every once in a while. I got nothing against him for having a truck that was this loose, but it's actually kind of cool. He bought himself a 4-chin. With the money I guess I gave him for this. Down payment. I didn't pay that much for it. But it's like, how did he drive this thing around? Towed his Jeep and stuff with it? Sketchy. See, look, I can just spin this nut right off of there. I'm gonna have to get a flashlight so you guys can bear witness to this, because it's truly something else. Look at that. And the same thing with this one down here. I can take the cotter key out by hand on that one down there. This truck will be done up right before I let it go. Trust me. Special place in hell for people that sell garbage stuff and know about it and don't disclose it. And I don't want to be that person. Like 4 or 5 hours of play in it. It's bad. And what I mean by that is think about it on the clock. Just keep spinning your hand. The hour hand. Look at this. I'm not even going to need any friggin' impacts or nothing. We just pop her apart. Headache. Got it. Headache. Got it. If it'll fit. Get out. Actually holding that one. Huh. Might have to get something else involved. What the hell? That shook a little bit. Now that one is shot. What are we talking about? Look at it, it wallered out the side of it. Headache! Yeah. That's fun doing that. I enjoy doing that. When you don't have to worry about hurting it because it's garbaged. They would have just greased it. Come on, grease people. Grease. No play. Those ball joints. Yeah. Those are good. Let's check the U-joint though. Is it a greaser? Come on, find me a greaser. Still tight. You're hearing that thing back and forth. We're good. Woo, whoop. At least we're getting some good news. I'm having fun working on this truck. It's not as stressful. Thinking he must have off-roaded this a lot because it's still really tight, but it's all the way out and all the way in, something fierce. So it was full tilt all the time. The rest of the truck seems fine. I'm thinking maybe the front end might have been swapped, judging by some of the stuff that's on it. I don't know. Check this out. What I like to do is I'll measure the steering linkage before I take it apart, because that thing was aligned before. Oh, come on, get back on there. So I go grease circ to grease circ, 61.5. This one right here, 41. Times that I've done stuff doing my own alignment here and took it to the shop, they said they barely even moved it at all. It would have been perfectly fine without them getting paid 90 bucks. But to verify, it's nice to spend that money just to know that some big old guy can 41 inches. So I don't need those threaded couplers off of the old ones. I got new ones, but I can only find half the parts. New track bar. It seems like quite typically when you order an aftermarket one, they're beefier to start off with, but this one's adjustable, so you can accommodate for, you know, different lifts and stuff. And old V-Belt's calling. Let's see what he wants. Hello. I can't find one piece of the steering linkage, so I just got tired of looking for it and started going up here.
I'm going to do the front main and the killer dowel pin prevention. But normally, well, every time you cannot tell if the killer dowel pin has failed unless it's leaking a bunch of oil, because the hub for the fan is right there. But you take a screwdriver, and if it's smooth, it's fine. But there's a weld right there. There's a weld right there. That is good and bad at the same time. So it has cracked, but someone's fixed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this apart, double check it since I'm already here anyway. But yeah. Huh. Sometimes we might get lucky. 100% somebody's been in this because some of the bolts are wrong. Oh, I did get them all. What the hell? And it's been gasket glued. You don't need to put gasket glue on there if you got the gasket. Let's see what they have done here. What the hell? Killer dowel pin has definitely failed on this engine. That is, it looks like they, I mean, it's aluminum. Kind of doubt that they welded it, but I mean, I guess. I'd say they probably brazed something on there. Why didn't they just do the tab? Whatever. I mean, fixed is fixed. It runs good. There's nothing wrong with the timing. So, I'm alright with it. I'll probably do a valve job while I'm here because it's easy to top dead center it. The pump's been turned up and it's got a bigger turbo on it. I guess a bigger turbo. 24 valve turbo. It whistles. It builds boost pretty good. So, alright. Well, everybody, I am genuinely excited about working on this truck. It seems like it's bringing the fun back into working on this stuff. Working on Grandma's truck has been like very stressful and expensive. Nevertheless, I enjoy it, but this one I'm having fun working on it. It's neat to see the killer dowel pin failed, but it's been fixed. It wasn't leaking right there, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put a tab over it. We're going to rock and roll. But I've been using my new Milwaukee set. I am very happy to have purchased this little guy. It makes taking the radiator out on these trucks so easy. Taking the valve covers off because it can get in there. Money. So I'm happy about that purchase. I like having that in the fleet of tools. But this old girl, I already started getting a quote on the paint job. Just got to find that one more piece and get the steering all thrown up on there. I'm going to make sure this truck is tip-top shape before I leave here. And I have two options. Comment below if you should think I should just sell it, Facebook, whatever. Turn a little bit of profit, use that funds to purchase some stuff for other projects. Or I'll have like a raffle kind of a thing. Have X amount of entries and, you know, whatever adds up to, if we have 100 entries, 200 entries, whatever, you buy into it, and then one lucky person will win the truck. I would like to, you know, have a solid truck for whoever when that time came. If that was the option you guys wanted to go with, I think that would be pretty cool. I'd be happy with that. But comment below, let me know. The 9812 valve is coming back into action, and I do believe she's going to be dark blue. I'm going to have somebody else paint this one, I think, because it'll just be a lot easier. And I can work on other stuff. But like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out vbeltandson.com, hats, t-shirts. This isn't a V-belt shirt. I need to buy one myself. See you guys. Subscribe. Later.